Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on Apple. As usual, if you guys like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we can see, Apple has been overall bullish for a while, making higher lows and higher highs, right? Trading inside this giant brown channel. So when we are overall bullish, we'll be waiting for the correction to bow out to end to catch what? The next impulse movement, just like this one and this one as well. And so we're waiting for the same exact thing when price approaches this lower area to catch the next impulse movement. And of course, we can't really know where the price would reject. That's why we try to find a rejection zone, which is our lower brown trend line, acting as a non-horizontal support in this case. But of course, we'll be looking, and I insist on the word looking, for buy ups around this area because price can still dive a little bit below it before going upward. It's an entire zone and not a laser line, or even break it downward for a shift in momentum from bullish to bearish. But for now, we are overall bullish, approaching a support area, and we'll be looking for buy setups as a trend following buy setup. If we zoom into H1 time frame, as mentioned previously, you are looking for buy setups, right? However, we are overall bearish from a short-term perspective from H1. We had this impulse correction that we are currently on the next bearish impulse movement, of course, as mentioned, from lower time frames. And the momentum was shifted from bullish to bearish after price broke this range downward. So we are currently overall bearish, and it's obviously because we are in a correction phase from a higher time frame, but we'll be waiting for price for a shift in momentum from bearish to bullish to catch the next impulse movement from a long-term perspective. So what we're waiting for is for price to trade lower to approach the support and then form a new swing, for example, around our upper red trend line. We can't really know when and where, right? But this is just a speculation. That is what I would like to see for my conditions, for my rules, as per my trading plan to be met, and then I'll be entering a buy. For those who already know me, I highlight this one as my trigger. And of course, we are looking for buy stops in the first place because price is approaching what a support area, which we highlighted from daily time frame. So we're waiting for price to approach the support, form a new swing or a third swing around our upper right trend line, and then buy on spec upward. And of course, when the buy is activated, the stop loss would be just below the previous swing low. Again, we can't really know if it's exactly here, but you've got what I mean. Waiting for price to form this low, and then uh, place the stop loss just a little bit below it, and we target a 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio, which would be around the upper resistance range. Just before we continue, I want to share the good news. I recently had a deal with PrimeXBT for you guys to benefit from discounts and bonuses. When you create an account, simply go here, promo codes, and copy and paste this one. I also included in the description below. And you will get a 50% bonus on your first deposit, or Signalyst 25, and you will get 25% discount on your trading fees. Moreover, they do have a very interesting feature which is called convesting, where you can copy other traders. So, for example, you like this one who has very good results and daily profits. Simply click on follow, and you will copy every single trade that he takes. If you don't have an account yet, I will make sure to include the link in the description below. And let's continue. As we clearly see, Netflix has been overall bullish for a while, trading inside this flat, rising channel where the lower trend line is acting as a non-horizontal support, rejecting the price upward, and the upper trend line is acting as a non-horizontal resistance, pushing the price downward. And since price is currently sitting around the upper bound or around the upper brown trend line, we'll be looking for sell setups on lower time frames. And of course, as price approaches the lower brown trend line, which is our non-horizontal support, and around number 500, we'll be looking for trend following buy setups on lower time frames. But let's take it step by step. Price approaching or sitting around a resistance area. For now, we'll be looking for sell setups, of course, unless the zone is broken upward in an aggressive manner by two big bullish candles. Then this resistance area would become a support, and we'll be looking for buy setups on C test. But let's take it step by step, right? Now we'll be looking for sell setups. So if we zoom into H1 time frame, we can see that the price is currently stuck inside this range and currently testing this resistance zone again, forming like a rising channel from lower time frame, of course, from a short term perspective. But our trend line is not valid yet, so we'll be waiting for price to form a new swing around it, and then and only then we'll be selling on spec downward. That's what I always highlight as my trigger swing for those who already know me. For those who don't, you can check my previous analysis. So here's our trigger, and we are looking for sell stops in the first place because price is currently sitting at around a resistance area. And of course, if the sell is activated and price trades lower, we'll be looking for buy stops around this area. And when the sell is activated, the stop loss would be just above the previous swing high, and we can't really know if it's going to be like this, but I'm just going to place it here as per my speculation, as you can see. But the price doesn't have to like make the exact same movement, right? But you've got the idea. Always place your stop loss just above the last high, and we target a 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio. And as mentioned previously many times, as price approaches this area, we'll be looking for buy setups. That's it for Netflix, and I'll see you on the next one.